Hey, and welcome, fellow productivity seekers. So, as a productivity trainer and coach, I'm often asked, what tools am I using personally? So, I put together my annual Captain Times Top Productivity Tools 2023 to share the tools that I use every week to keep productive. These tools are listed in alphabetical order, and I will mention that some of the links I provide our affiliate links and do provide me with a small commission. I appreciate you clicking on the links to help support independent content creation. But none of them are on the list just because they make me some money. These are all tools I use all the time. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's look at my top productivity tools for 2023. First one is AR Price. AR Price is a pricing table plugin for WordPress. So when I'm selling my services, selling my workshops, I need to have lovely pricing tables that are going to encourage people to buy, that will show people what they're getting for each price level. So it's awesome. It plugs into WordPress, very inexpensive, and my tables look great. And my income has gone up since I started using much more attractive tables. My second tool is the Adobe Creative Cloud Express. So I'm horrible at graphic design. I suck at it, and I know this. And so I outsource graphic design, things like business cards and websites and signage and things like that. But when you have to come up with a blog post illustration, something for articles, or you need to create a PowerPoint presentations every week, like I do, I don't have the budget to hire a graphic designer to do every illustration I need. So I do need to do some myself. So I use Adobe Creative Cloud Express. It's very easy to use, has a lovely group of templates, connects to stock photos, and it's just really easy to be able to make things like blog post images, social media posts, and my YouTube thumbnails. The next tool is Airtable. Airtable is an amazing online database tool. It lets you create and share databases with others. It's got a huge library of templates, including project trackers, CRMs, film production, event planning, and a lot more. So you can also create your own productivity tools right within Airtable. I use it personally to manage projects for my clients, and that's how I assign all my tasks to my virtual assistants. The next one is Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a great brainstorming tool. You simply enter a word or a phrase, and Answer the Public shows you a great visual map of questions that people might ask about the topic. It also gives you additional ideas with comparisons, prepositions, alphabetical uses, and more. So I use Answer the Public to generate ideas for my online content, my online courses, etc. AppSumo. Software is expensive and everybody wants to charge you per user per month. I probably spend $500 or $600 a month on software subscriptions. So I'm always looking for ways to get great software for less money. So AppSumo is my secret weapon for this to save on software costs. AppSumo offers limited time offers where you can get up and coming softwares for a lifetime license instead of paying monthly. I've been able to get rid of several of my $20 to $50 per month subscriptions by using software from AppSumo. Now, note that the software is from up and coming, newcomers, so it's often not the best, most mature software in its field, but it's a great way to try new software. And AppSumo is fantastic about refunds. So if I think I might like one, I go ahead and buy it, but make sure I've set aside time over the next week to test it. And then if it's not going to meet my needs, I just ask AppSumo for a refund. So Backblaze. So our computer hard drives hold a lot of important stuff, work files, financial data, family photos, things you just can't replace. In the event of a fire or a robbery, your files and photos are gone. You can back up to another hard drive, but if you've got the hard drive in your same home, fire can also destroy that, and burglars might take your backups as well. So I back up my digital life using Backblaze. It's a set and forget solution, backs up my data every day to the cloud without me having to do anything. Next is big stock photos. So as a professional speaker, YouTuber, and blogger, I use a lot of stock photos as basis for my presentations and the other things that I do. Um, so I need to have a good stock photo site. I have a monthly membership to Big Stock Photo. It's got the right combination of a deep library of images plus an affordable price. My next tool is Blueberry, spelled Blubrry. I know the internet can't spell. It's a hosting platform for my Time Tips podcast. So it hosts my podcast files, helps promote them online, and provides me with listener statistics. It's got a great handy WordPress plugin, so it makes it very easy to add my podcast to my blog. My next tool is Book Like a Boss. So I let my clients book their own sessions with me every week. In the early days of trying to book sessions, I would be going back and forth about what days might work for them. But Book Like a Boss automates that, connects directly to my Google Calendar. So my clients can see the open times I have in their time zone. They can book it and it's automatically added to my calendar. So double bookings are a thing of the past. I can include the time margins between my bookings, set the maximum number of bookings in a day. It's great. It gives me a lot of control over my calendar. Next is the Brave browser. So one of the most annoying things about the internet is all the advertising and tracking that websites do. You're just inundated with all of this. And I use the Brave browser to browse privately online, block cookies, and remove intensive advertising. And because Brave is based on Chrome, I have the benefits of being able to access all of the Chrome extensions in the Chrome Web Store to add additional functionality to my browser. Next, buy me a coffee. Yeah, go ahead, buy me a coffee. No, so buy me a coffee is an interesting tool to let you invite people to buy you a coffee. So as an independent content creator for YouTube, I spend a lot of time and effort creating interesting content for my subscribers and followers as well. And I spend a lot of money in the tools for content creation. So content creators struggle with how to earn money from your content. Advertising revenue from platforms like YouTube is peanuts until you get like millions of views. So it's very tiny unless you're like a pop star or a big celebrity. And adding a lot of advertising annoys your followers, and getting sponsorships takes a lot of time. So Buy Me a Coffee is just a simple tool. It adds a link or a button to any of your content where people can be encouraged to buy you a coffee. You can add it to your YouTube videos. You can add it to your blog posts. Next is BX networking. So over the years, I've belonged to a lot of different business networking groups, Chamber of Commerce's and other groups that I've been involved with. BX networking is my favorite networking group. It started in Australia, but now is growing into North America and other places. So you can all do in-person great networking meetings, and they allow you to network online. Their meetings are so good that I set up special workflows in my CRM to build my referral network using BX networking. Next is Calsonic. Calsonic lets you create calculators. So I create calculators such as return on investment calculators, cost savings for virtual assistants, other calculators like that. I do that to attract people to my website. And, so it encourages people to sign up for things at my website and to use those, and it brings people back. Clockify. So as a time management coach, I use time tracking as a diagnostic tool for my clients. The time tracking tool I use is Clockify. I use it not only for my coaching clients, but also to track all the time spent by my virtual assistants in my virtual assistant agency. Colorzilla. So when you're creating graphics for websites, blog posts, and etc., presentations, you need to often match colors. So Colorzilla is a free Chrome extension that adds a little eyedropper I can use to click on a color and get the actual hex color number so I can match it exactly. Next is Copy AI. I do a lot of writing, blog posts, YouTube video scripts, sales letters, website copy, and not only for myself, but for my clients. I found a tool that now cuts my writing time in half. So Copy AI is an artificial intelligence tool that helps with my writing and copywriting. I just enter some text and Copy AI generates 3 to 5 different variations in a few seconds. So it's great for generating ideas. And then I can copy text from any of the variations to assemble it in the writing area. So it doesn't replace me as a writer, but it just helps me generate ideas, helps me generate better ways to phrase things. Cyberlink Power Director is the tool that I use to edit my videos for YouTube and for my training videos. Another tool I use is the Elgato Stream Deck. The Elgato Stream Deck is commonly used by gamers and other streamers to use physical push buttons to control various effects and functions while they live stream. But I use it to create like a push button productivity system so I can call up websites and tools that I need by pushing physical buttons on the Elgato keyboard, which is really quite neat. Facebook, yes, I do use Facebook. I know it's for many people, it's not considered a good social media platform, but I do find it works great for local community news and engagement, the marketplace, keeping up with family news. I also use it to monitor the Facebook pages of software tools I use to see what other people are posting about that software and to see how the questions are answered so I can learn. For viewing images on my computer, I use Faststone Image Viewer. It's a great way to look at all the thousands of pictures. I take pictures with digital cameras now. It's great because there's no film costs. So I spend a lot of, I have a lot of pictures in my hard drive, and Faststone Image Viewer is a great way to be able to see those. I use a tool called Feedly to keep up with what's going on in my industry. It's an RSS reader. I use it to follow my favorite influencers and other people online to get the latest news in my industry without all the crap and other things that go on. Fiverr is a service marketplace where freelancers offer gigs like writing, programming, web design, graphic design. So I do prefer to hire some services like virtual assistants on an ongoing basis because they learn as they work with me. But I like Fiverr for one-offs where I need a service sporadically if I'm ordering business cards or postcards or a sign or something like that. So Fiverr works great for that. For email, I use Gmail. Gmail does a great job of keeping the spam out, integrates with other software, and lets me achieve inbox zero every day. Another tool I like for writing is Grammarly. It's a great tool, helps you catch grammatical mistakes and typos while you write. It's great at helping me avoid those embarrassing writing mistakes and keeps my emails, articles, and proposals looking professional. Google Analytics is a critical tool. It tells me where my visitors come from, what they do on my website, including when they become subscribers and customers. Lets me tell at a glance what marketing and advertising programs are working for me and which ones I should drop. So having that knowledge helps me save a lot of money and focus on building upon what is working. Another Google tool I use is Google Docs. When it comes time to share documents with clients and others, I use Google Docs. It's great for sharing the templates, the checklists, marketing plans, and other documents while controlling whether the documents are read-only or open for collaboration. Another Google tool, I use a lot of Google tools, Google Calendar. So my calendar is critical to my productivity. So my primary calendar to show appointments, do time blocking, and coaching sessions is Google Calendar. And again, it integrates with Book Like a Boss, as I discussed before. In order to take screenshots, I use a tool called GreenShot. Just makes it really easy to grab a partial or a full screen shot. And then it's got a built-in editor where I can quickly edit and add things like text and arrows and things like that. I regularly make phone calls to clients, prospects. So I'm on the phone a lot. So I use the Jabra 510 speakerphone, lets me work hands-free so that I can type notes while I'm working. Works great. The sound quality is much better than, say, the speakerphone on my smartphone. We all need a place to keep passwords, and I use KeePass for this. Free open source password app. Not only stores your passwords, but helps you generate those hard to break passwords for you. Sometimes you are asked to input a URL for a profile or something, and you're only allowed one URL. So how do you handle that when you've got Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all and your website and all the different things you do and LinkedIn. So I use a tool called Linktree, which is a link aggregator that allows you to pull together all of your links into one single link and then displays them nicely on the screen when people follow that link. I do a lot of video work. I delegate by video quite often, and I use a tool called Loom, which adds a extension to my browser, makes it very easy for me to very quickly create a video, and then Loom automatically creates a sharing link that I can share with my clients or with people, my students. And it just is a really easy way to do this. And then I can save the videos if I want as well to create a video training library. So another artificial intelligence tool I use is Lumen 5. It's an AI-powered tool to quickly create videos from your text articles. So I find it much faster than creating presentations from scratch. And I've been using it to repurpose a lot of my old content, but my writing for years on my blog to create short videos for YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Instagram, etc. For email marketing, I use MailerLite. It's a very affordable email program I use. It works much better than MailChimp that I used to use, lets me keep in touch with my subscribers. And this, again, is a tool I use every week. I create a lot of content, but I create it with purpose. I create it to attract people. I want to rank well in the search engines. And I use the Mangools SEO suite for this. So this suite helps me with all the things I need to do for search engine optimization. It's got KW Finder for keyword research, SERP Checker for competitor analysis, SERP Watcher for rank tracking, Link Miner for backlink analysis, and Site Profiler to analyze website fundamentals. So I've successfully use Mangools to create many content pieces that have reached the first page of Google and other search engines. I recently launched an online brainstorming community called brainstorming.social, and the platform it's built on is Mighty Networks, which is the best community building platform I've found, and it has a lot of great features. It hosts my online courses, allows me to create engagement with my community, and it looks fantastic on both desktop and on mobile. I love to mind map, and my favorite mind mapping tool is MindMeister. I use it for training. I use it for capturing notes. I use it during my coaching sessions. I use it for planning, brainstorming, all of these things. And mind mapping is just a great way to be able to do this. Another tool I use is called Miro. So Miro also does mind mapping, but the main reason I use Miro is for its excellent themed boards. You can find board templates for lean canvas, Kanban, SWOT analysis, flowcharts, idea napkins, etc. So mind maps are great for those free-flowing ideas, but these board templates through Miro help you direct your thinking to be more focused and answer key questions. Nimble CRM is my customer relationship management program of choice. I love it to manage my prospects. I love because it integrates with social media, integrates with email, allows me to do tagging, allows me to do workflows. And I've arranged a partnership with Nimble where they're offering our members a discount coupon, which will give you 25% off your first 3 months of Nimble. And as a bonus, if you sign up for Nimble using my link, I will give you a free 1-hour training session on Nimble. So follow the link below to gain this benefit. Now, another tool I use is Paprika, and this is for personal reasons. I use Paprika to manage my recipes and grocery list. So I used to have tons of different books, cookbooks scattered all over, and I never could remember which book that recipe was in. But now I use the Paprika app to just clip recipes online, save them into my app without any advertising, and I can search, make notes, categorize, rate my recipes. And you can also add great family recipes you don't want to lose manually to Paprika, so you never have to go looking for them again. PayPal, yes, I use PayPal like many other people. PayPal is one of the payment systems I use to get paid by clients. It handles invoicing, subscriptions, and I use it to pay most of my team because most of my team has PayPal. The next tool is Riot, RIOT, stands for Radical Image Optimization Tool. It's a very quick free tool to quickly resize large photos for the internet so that you're not taking a lot of time to load. I use Reddit a lot with a decline of the usefulness in many other discussion platforms like LinkedIn. Reddit remains one of my most useful places to go to actually ask questions and make connections. Search Anywhere. With all the years that Windows had with their operating system, you'd think they'd have a really good search function. And I find their search functions very slow and takes a long time. And it's keeps pushing Bing web search results into my search when I'm looking for files on my hard drive. So I use a tool called Search Anywhere from Void Tools, which is blindingly fast and seems to do a much better job at finding my files quickly. I use SiteGround for web hosting, not only for myself, but my clients. I'm very technically savvy, so I can figure most things out, but a lot of my clients are less so. So I want to ensure my clients are really well taken care of when they need help. SiteGround's not the cheapest, although it's very inexpensive, but what I love is their service and their support has been just excellent. Social Bee is a tool I use to automate and schedule my social media posting and manage my social media messaging across multiple profiles in one place. Square is another payment system I use. I use Square in its physical terminal that connects to my smartphone for in-person payments at markets, trade shows, workshops, and live events. Stripe is another payment provider. I use this one for my website and online community. Lets my clients pay by credit card for the coaching, virtual assistants, and other services that they purchase from me. So I've been using text expanders for years, and I recently changed my text expander to TextBlaze. TextBlaze lets me insert URLs, sales letters, proposals, symbols, and more with just a few keystrokes. It's a brilliant tool, saves me hours every week. Like everyone, I take notes. I need to take notes. It's a critical part of my day. I use UpNote to take notes, organize them, and to create my personal knowledge database. I love it because it's got a minimalist design and it's got great features. I also use the mobile version of UpNote to capture notes while I'm out and about. I use the free media player, VLC, to be able to create podcasts from my YouTube videos. So what I do is I use VLC to load the MP4 video and then convert it and output it as an MP3 for my podcast. So it works brilliantly for that. Fast, free, easy to use. So I'm an entrepreneur. I have to take care of my bookkeeping and I have to make sure I'm making a profit, and I have to make sure I don't get hit with a big tax bill. So I use Wave Accounting. I keep it up. I do all my bookkeeping on a weekly basis. So I always know right up to the week what my monthly, quarterly, and annual profits are and how much money I need to set aside each month for taxes. We have to transfer large files quite often, and Gmail and other email programs have a limit. Whenever I need to send a big file that's beyond the limits of my email programs, I use WeTransfer. So WeTransfer is just a great tool. It's got free and premium versions, but it works wonderfully to transfer large files from myself to my clients and other people. I mentioned I was using a WordPress plugin, so it's kind of obvious I'm using WordPress. WordPress is the leading content management system in the world. I love it because it's got great tools for adding functionality like search engine optimization, calendars, and all these different things. So I use WordPress with my SiteGround hosting. Please note, I do not recommend WordPress.com because of the many restrictions they put on plugin use and some other things as well. So YouTube. You're using YouTube too if you're watching this, most likely. YouTube's been a great place to host my Time Tips video channel. It's a great source of new clients for me. It adds credibility to my coaching and speaking practice because people can see the wealth of productivity topics I've created videos for, and they can see my style. They can see right away if I'm going to be a good fit for their event. As a time management coach, I use a lot of different task management systems because I have to learn the system so I can train my clients. My personal daily driver for my own tasks is ZenKit to do. Minimalist, very easy to use, but with enough power to let me create extensive task templates. Zoom, I use Zoom for my meetings, group brainstorming sessions, online workshops. Most people are familiar with Zoom. It integrates really well with my Google Calendar. So whenever someone books through Book Like a Boss, it adds it to my Google Calendar and also creates the Zoom link right away. I love the background feature. You can see that background feature here where I can change the background behind me for the meeting based on the topic we're focusing on or the audience that I'm working with, or I can rebrand it if I'm working for something else. And we're done. That was it. We're in the Zeds, finished. I hope you enjoyed my top productivity tools 2023. Please hit the like and subscribe button to tell YouTube and other people that this is a useful video for them. And if you have questions about any of these tools or you'd like training on any of these tools, please reach out. Thank you so much for listening.